Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back through daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Casper Network, or CSPR. Honestly, I just call it Casper, even if I do use the abbreviation. So anyways, honestly, Casper is still doing exactly what we want it to do. It is riding the waves. We're going to be talking about that in this video. I also want to talk to you guys about some major overall partnerships that it does have, and why do you think that these are really going to blossom into a beautiful, pretty much partnership. And with all of that in mind, I have a ton to talk about. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I just want to ask if you guys could please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow, and it only takes a couple seconds to do so. So if you guys could do so, I will greatly appreciate it. Now, with all of that in mind, my eyes are definitely on Bitcoin, still yet to reclaim my levels. I'm more so watching Bitcoin dominance and also even Ethereum dominance. But we are seeing some altcoins kind of rise in terms of their dominance areas. For example, BNB has been kind of riding the waves to almost 4% in terms of its dominant state. And we are seeing some other altcoins gain a little bit of traction within this as well. Now, of course, while we are watching that, I am watching Casper closely. Like I said, it is riding the waves. It is still on my significant support zone in terms of the fib level. We're going to be talking about that in this video. But overall, trading volume is still down. I'm waiting for us to break out of a significant point. We are still hitting some resistance. We're going to be talking about that. And I'm going to really kind of talk to you guys about where we are going to head to. Now, with all of that in mind, let's kind of just move on and let's talk about Casper in general, and also let's talk about some interesting use cases as well. So first off, we do see here, core to the principles of growing strong decentralized ecosystems, we're thrilled that Ferrum Network is building bridges for cross-blockchain future with Casper. Now, Ferrum Network is actually fairly large. This is actually a 42.3K followed overall, pretty much DeFi network. It's actually pretty interesting. Okay, so this is pretty large. I'm actually going to throw them a follow because I actually never heard of them until now, but they are fairly big. And we just say Ferrum receives a grant from DevXDAO to build Casper Network Bridge. We couldn't be more excited to further Casper's mission of enterprise adoption of blockchain technology. And of course, if you guys do want to read more about this, you guys are more so to do so. But overall, this is more so for enterprise adoption, enterprise grade use cases, and stuff like that. We even see here Ferrum will be building a bridge to connect Casper Network to both EVM and even non-EVM compatible networks. Ferrum will integrate our suite of white label staking as a service solutions with Casper Network. Casper joins the Iron Alliance as well. So overall, incredible partnerships here. Like I said, I know that you guys are probably tired of me saying it, but the ecosystem is continuing to grow, and I'm very excited to see this actually continue to do so. We've always been talking about the Web 3.0 ecosystem. Shout out to nologo_crypto here. You can invest in a company that sells to consumers and makes money, or you can invest in companies that sell to enterprises for mass adoption and making huge money. Don't think retailer, think enterprise. That's why I'm investing in Casper, predictable gas fees and scalable. And it truly is something of, in my mind, this is pretty much why Casper is going to be so big. I mean, this is an enterprise grade network, right? I know that we always talk about Ethereum 3.0 and stuff like that. But when we're talking about Web 3.0 at its mature state, I think that it's going to be so much bigger than a $140 trillion market. We also have to look more so into the idea of DeFi and institutional grade money flowing into this, because there's so much more to it than what you guys are really kind of seeing. It's always like the tip of the iceberg in crypto. You never really see everything that's happening. Of course, there's NDAs, there's stuff like that. But when we're talking about the use cases and everything that is going to be happening within this ecosystem, it's truly going to be a massive opportunity for a lot of individuals who want to get in on the ground floor level. And I'm not saying that Casper's on the ground floor level right now. I'm just saying it's around it, right? Because even if we go back and look here, 5 months ago, 5 cents, okay? It's only up 140%. I know to some people that might seem like a crazy, position, but it's really not, okay? It's really not that much of a move, and especially from its all-time high, which they're saying $1.36. It's more so like, much higher than that, but, it's still down 91%. So there's a ton of growth here left in the tank for Casper. Now, and I actually think that's down even more significantly. I think that this percentage is actually wrong currently, but still, nonetheless, we're looking pretty good. Now, with everything in mind, I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about enterprise blockchains to pretty much play a pivotal role in creating a sustainable future. And why am I talking about this? Why am I talking about enterprise grade use cases? Because Casper is an enterprise grade blockchain. We know that, and I should say a blockchain network, but overall, when we're talking about Casper and everything that's happening, we know the pain points for a lot of the adoption that's taken place in this market. You know, a lot of enterprises, a lot of these major use cases do not want to choose Ethereum and Bitcoin because of energy consumption, sustainability, stuff like that. Okay, and this is exactly why I do believe that Casper has the upper hand here. I know that there's better layer ones out there that have, better statistics overall. And I know that there's other, assets like HBAR that's really taken this market by storm. The reason why I think that Casper is such a good opportunity is because it really kind of provides, developers and even enterprises, some major use cases to really kind of work with. And it also is essentially, like I said, Ethereum 3.0 before Ethereum 3.0 is even here. In my mind, I think that with the sustainability factors, with, the predictable gas fees, I definitely do think that Casper is going to be adopted at a great length. And I do think that currently right now, Casper is at its infancy stage points, and we still have a lot left in the tank to really kind of see. We just hear FOMO will drive crypto adoption in 2022, says BlockFi co-founder. This goes back to December 21st. We're talking more so about, regulatory clarity. We're seeing, new talent, price action as well. There's going to be such a massive FOMO event in 2022. I truly do think that we're going to see a lot of growth here. And we do see about 2/3 of Americans prefer to talk about crypto versus if you think about 5 years ago, only 1% of people had ever traded crypto. And 50% of Americans had never heard of crypto 5 years ago. So now we're seeing a lot more, individuals kind of learning about crypto. We're seeing a lot more individuals moving into crypto. And we just hear a recent CNBC survey revealed that 83% of millennial millionaires now own crypto. We just hear. So I think we're going to see more talent shifting from other more traditional industries into crypto and the fintech sector. And the last thing I think we'll see is 2022 is some regulatory clarity as well. So yeah, it's going to get very interesting very fast. We know that crypto exchanges are buying up some ad spaces for the Super Bowl as well. That's going to provide a ton of eyes on crypto in terms of retail individuals. I think that 2022 is going to be huge for crypto. The best part about this is with regulatory clarity comes a lot of major use cases. For an example, I looked back in time, and this goes back to July. Casper Labs and Purify partners to offer full cycle crypto analytics solutions for DeFi users. The best part about this partnership is that they are disrupting a massive market. This is more so for anti-money laundering and know your customer and stuff like that. But more so, we look here. We are excited to evolve our long-term relationship. Casper Labs has worked to ensure that the Casper network houses a robust infrastructure for building DeFi applications. We are looking forward to this collaboration, bringing substantial product innovation value. And of course, the birth of DeFi has given rise to compliance-friendly blockchain solutions like Purify, which help protect individual and institutional users alike from bad actors. The best part is that this is such a massive market. We look at Purify, okay? We do see Casper named right down here. Of course, they have other partnerships as well. The only gateway for onboarding institutional money to DeFi. Pretty interesting, right? But this is the best part. Compliance tools allowing to bring traditional finance into DeFi. DeFi market, 200 billions, $118 trillion world's institutional capital markets. And this is going to be the bridge for that. And of course, Casper Labs is playing a vital role here. This is going to get very interesting very fast because all of this, they're looking more so in terms of certificates and stuff like that. Well, look at what they're partnering to use this for. This long-term technical partnership will leverage the Casper Network's DeFi-friendly features with Purify's full-cycle solution for crypto asset analytics, anti-money laundering, and know your customer procedures to accelerate the growth of both ecosystems within the DeFi landscape and beyond. Purify will utilize Casper Network infrastructure for storing users' anti-money laundering certificates on-chain based on the verifiable, wow, I can't even talk, credential standard, a machine readable by default presentation of the data. Since each certificate contains information about asset price, anti-money laundering, know your customer, and other metadata, it can be used as a full-fledged anti-money laundering, know your customer verification for any legal/validation purposes, thereby providing a simple yet secure way to bring more traditional money into the DeFi space. And like I said, this is all for institutional grade clients. So when we're talking about how big this is going to become, I do think that Casper is going to grasp a large percentage of this, considering that, they're going to rely on Casper Labs or Casper Network in general, for this. So I'm very excited for this. I think that this is going to be one of those partnerships that definitely does blossom into, an incredible partnership. And, we also look at Metacask. Metacask is also very huge. The marketplace for whiskey cask NFTs. This is also very interesting. The digital age of whiskey. We know that whiskey and, all of that kind of stuff with alcohol is huge. We know NFTs are going to be huge as well. This goes hand in hand with everything that we've been talking about. Some of these are small overall use cases. This is launching in fall of 2021. I don't know if this is going to, I don't know if this got, pushed back a little bit or anything like that. But I am looking forward to something like this launching. I hope that this actually does launch very soon. But of course, when we're talking about everything that's happening, I think that a lot of these use cases are definitely going to be happening for Casper. I mean, even if Metacast doesn't happen, if we see other marketplaces like, for example, Apocalypse, which is a metaverse sort of, project, all of these go hand in hand to value added to Casper. And like I said, right now, currently, Casper is riding the waves. We are seeing a little bit of an impulse off of the same point that we seen all the way back in September. And we do see what happened after that. It was a nice ride to 24 cents. I suspect that we will see some major price appreciation here soon for Casper. I think that we are at the perfect point for accumulation. And when we're talking about where we are currently, we're riding the 618 fib level at about 1230. And I think that we are going to see a lot more price appreciation here for Casper. And I'm very excited for the future for a lot of these enterprise grade layer ones. This is probably one of the best opportunities in the space. I'm looking forward to the future of this. And we are still at bare minimum prices for this asset. We've seen a perfect pretty much ride all the way to the bottom at about almost 10 cents going earlier as back as December 20th. I hope everybody bought that dip. But, overall, I think that a lot of these partnerships, for example, Ferrum was pretty significant to say the least. I think that this is going to be pretty big. This removes barriers to mass adoption as well. Interoperates across chain. So this is pretty much interoperability within Casper. So I'm very excited for a lot of these partnerships, for a lot of these projects to come to fruition. Casper is definitely a gem in my eyes. You guys do your own research. Really kind of see what Casper is about. And with all of that in mind, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.